This is a quick tutorial to show you all the things you can do in Sharemate. When you open Sharemate, you'll notice all the buttons are disabled except for the Open button. This button allows you to open files previously saved. We will do that in just a moment. First, I'll show you how to connect to a SharePoint SQL server. So you input the SQL Server instance, npm SharePoint SQL SharePoint 2007. Click on Connect. It will load all the databases in that SharePoint SQL, and you would need to select the configuration database. Then once you select the configuration database, it will load a list of your web apps. And currently I only have one web app, so this is the only one that's going to show. We input the source URL of the site that we are migrating from. Right now it's npm SharePoint 2007. And then the destination URL of the site I'm migrating to. http npm SharePoint 2016. Then click on load. First thing you see is the buttons are no longer disabled, and now you can use them to do some work in here. So the first tab is called Destination Sites, and this tab will list all your sites and subsites and site collections that are currently in your SharePoint environment. Migration Choices tab will list all the document libraries and list of each site, subsite, and site collection in your SharePoint environment. Here you can do, you can edit this table fully. So you can add a row. So if I want to add a Janet site, I want this to be called Janet site. I want this to be a team site. Do I want this to be a site collection? Yes. Then I need to provide the owner and then a content database name. And now I added another site. I can also delete a site using the delete button. Yes. I can also change a site collection to a site. So if I want marketing to be a site instead of a site collection, I select no, and then the site collection owner and content database columns are disabled. I can no longer add an owner or content database because it's not needed. You can also, in migration choices, this table is not completely editable. So here you cannot edit any of these fields because they are pulling from SharePoint. However, you can decide what you want to do with the list or document library. So here's where you select your migration action. If you select keep in place, you don't need to fill out any of these fields. If you select move, the only field you need to fill out is destination URL. If a list or document library has 0 items, the migration action will default to do not keep because there's no need to migrate an empty list or an empty document library. You can select, if you decide to go with merge new, you have to provide the source folder, the destination folder, the destination URL, and the destination library name. Same for merge existing. So same for merge existing. However, you cannot use merge new and merge existing for lists, only document libraries. Archive is a feature that is not yet released. And do not keep is just do not keep. We're not going to do anything. There's nothing to fill out here. So let's go back to the buttons up here. What you can do is save. So you can save the changes that you have made. Click on the save button. Type in demo file. I'm going to save it to the desktop. I can go and check the desktop. It's right here. So now I saved my information. So I can close the tool. Open Sharemate again. Now I want to open my previously saved file in desktop. It's right here. Is Janet's site here? It's right there. So this is the site that I added. And then some of the choices that I picked out. Validation button. This will help me fill out fields that I've missed. So if let's start with destination sites. It will give me a message box saying, hey, you have validation error in destination sites, and then you have validation error in the migration choices. It would also give you a warning. It will list all the sites that you are not currently using in the migration. So as you can see, it highlighted all the fields that I need to enter. So since this is a site collection, I need to provide a content database name. So this will be home content. So we'll make it a accounting content. What is this? IT. Say help desk content. And then IT content. If I click on the button again, now it only says I have errors in the migration choices tab, which is correct. So I go here, and as you can see, there are plenty. So I'm going to load a file that I've already filled out so we can save time. Open. So now when I click on validation, it's going to say successful. And as you can see, I didn't get the warning because I'm using all the sites in here. Now that we have validated successfully, I can generate the script that will do the migration. The button will also double check that validation is successful, and then it will tell me where my script is. By default, it will save the script where my file is. Go here, and original script. That is your migration script. And that's it.